Welcome to Infinite Mind Potential, where we explore the depths of human psychology and ancient wisdom to unlock your true power. We all carry invisible burdens, memories that we desperately try to bury deep within the darkest corners of our subconscious minds. You might think that forgetting is the ultimate solution, a way to erase the pain and finally move forward in life. But psychology tells us that trying to suppress a thought is like holding a beach ball underwater. It eventually pops up. The more energy you spend pushing the memory down, the more powerful it becomes when it inevitably resurfaces to haunt you. Today, we will learn how to stop running from these shadows and instead transform them into your greatest source of strength. We will combine modern neuroscience with ancient Eastern philosophy to understand why your brain clings to trauma and how to heal. We will discover the Japanese art of Kintsugi, which teaches us that broken things can become more beautiful than the original. And we will explore Wu Wei, the art of effortless action, to learn how to flow around obstacles rather than fighting. Through the story of Aiko, a woman who was stuck for 12 years, we will see these powerful concepts in action. Let us start with the science. Your brain is designed to protect you, but sometimes its protection mechanism causes more suffering. When you try to ignore a trauma, your brain perceives it as a constant threat, keeping your nervous system on alert. This creates a state of chronic stress where the body never truly relaxes because it is always guarding against the unseen. Psychologists call this the white bear effect. If you are told not to think of a white bear, you will. By actively trying not to think about your pain, you are actually reinforcing the neural pathways associated with that specific memory. It is like covering a dirty wound with a bandage without cleaning it first. It creates an infection that spreads silently. True healing requires exposing the wound to the air, cleaning it, and allowing the natural recovery process to take its course. This brings us to the first ancient philosophy that can shift our perspective: the Japanese art of Kintsugi, or golden joinery. Instead of throwing away broken pottery, the artisan repairs it with gold, highlighting the cracks rather than hiding them from view. The philosophy suggests that the piece is more beautiful for having been broken, creating a unique history that adds to value. Apply this to your life. Your trauma and your scars are not defects to be hidden. They are proof of survival. When we embrace our brokenness, we transform from victims into survivors who carry their history with dignity and profound inner strength. Perfection is static and boring, but resilience is dynamic and beautiful. Your golden cracks are where the light enters your soul. Now, let us explore the second philosophy, Wu Wei, a concept from Taoism that translates to inexertion or effortless action. Wu Wei does not mean laziness. It means aligning with the natural flow of life instead of constantly fighting against the current. When you try to force yourself to forget trauma, you are swimming upstream. You exhaust yourself and make very little progress. Wu Wei teaches us to acknowledge the pain, let it be there, and flow around it like water flows around rocks. By stopping the internal war against your memories, you conserve energy that can be used for healing and personal growth instead. Let me tell you the story of Aiko. For 12 years, she was a prisoner of a betrayal that shattered her. She discovered her husband's double life. The shock was so severe that she felt her entire world crumble in seconds. Instead of processing the grief, Aiko decided to erase him. She burned photos and forbade anyone from speaking his name. She tried to practice forgetting. She worked long hours and filled every second of her day to avoid thinking about it. But the white bear effect took over. The more she suppressed, the more the betrayal haunted her dreams and waking moments. 12 years passed. Aiko was not living. She was merely existing, trapped in a frozen state of unresolved anger and pain. Her body eventually gave up. The chronic stress of suppression led to a physical collapse that forced her to seek help. Her therapist introduced her to a radical idea. Stop trying to forget. Instead, invite the pain in for a conversation. She was asked to write down the entire story of the betrayal, not as a victim, but as a neutral observer. This is a technique called narrative exposure therapy. It helps the brain move memories from the emotional center to the narrative center. By putting words to feelings, Aiko was moving the trauma from the reactive amygdala to the analytical prefrontal cortex for processing. For the first time in 12 years, she felt a slight release. The monster was no longer in the dark. It was on paper. She began to apply Kintsugi to her self-image. She realized that surviving the betrayal had made her more empathetic and wise. She stopped hiding her past. She used her experience to help others going through similar pain, finding purpose in her suffering. She embraced Wu Wei by accepting that she could not change the past, but she could flow with the present moment. Aiko did not forget what happened. She simply took the broken pieces of her life and built a new, stronger vessel. Her story teaches us that healing is not about erasure. It is about integration. It is about owning your story completely. So, how can you apply these principles today? First, stop running. Stand firm like a mountain and acknowledge your feelings. Second, externalize the pain. Write it down, paint it, or speak it out loud. Give your invisible burden a form. Third, practice Wu Wei. When a painful memory arises, do not fight it. Observe it like a cloud passing in the sky. Say to yourself, I see this memory. It is a part of me, but it does not define who I am. Finally, practice Kintsugi. Find the gold in your cracks. Ask yourself, what did this pain teach me about my strength? Transformation is painful, but it is necessary. You are not being punished. You are being polished by the trials of life. Letting go does not mean you don't care. It means you are no longer controlled by the events of the past. The path forward is open. You carry your scars, but they are now lines of gold that guide your way. Like Aiko, you can rewrite your narrative. You can choose to be the hero of your story, not the victim. Your potential is infinite. Do not let the past limit the vast expanse of your future. Embrace your whole self today. Thank you for watching Infinite Mind Potential. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe to join our journey. Remember, you are stronger than you know. See you in the next video, where we continue to unlock your mind. As the sun rises, remember that every day is a new opportunity to paint your life with gold and light. The climb may be difficult, and the rocks may be sharp, but the view from the top is worth every step. Even your cells are constantly renewing. You are literally not the same person you were when the trauma happened years ago. Time does not heal all wounds by itself, but time used intentionally for understanding and acceptance heals everything, eventually. Growth often happens in the dark. Your darkest moments are the soil from which your strongest self will eventually bloom. Just as the sprout seeks the light, your mind naturally seeks healing. You just need to remove the obstacles blocking it. Focus on where you are going, not where you have been. Your past is a reference point, not a residence. A mind that is still can reflect the world clearly. A mind in turmoil distorts reality and amplifies pain unnecessarily. Organize your mind like you organize a room. Put memories in their proper place so you don't trip over them. Your pain is like white light. When passed through the prism of wisdom, it breaks into a spectrum of valuable lessons. Send your past away with love. Release it like a message in a bottle, trusting that the ocean will handle it. Be like bamboo, flexible, hollow, and resilient. Let the winds of life blow through you without breaking your spirit. Cultivate your inner fire. The warmth of self-compassion can melt the coldest ice of trauma that has frozen your heart. Healing is untangling a knot. You cannot pull tight. You must gently loosen the threads one by one with patience. Life is sculpting you. The painful chips of stone falling away are just the excess material revealing your true masterpiece. Trust your instincts to migrate towards better climates. You are not meant to stay in the winter of your soul forever. Water the seeds of joy in your life. What you focus on grows. Shift your attention from weeds to flowers. Let your worries roll off you like dew from a lotus leaf. Remain untouched and pure, despite the muddy water below. The past is a footprint in the sand. The ocean of the present moment is always ready to wash it clean. Life is a kaleidoscope. When things fall apart, they are actually rearranging themselves into a new and beautiful pattern for you. Open the windows of your mind. Stale air preserves old memories. Fresh air brings new perspectives and the scent of possibility. The struggle of the butterfly to leave the cocoon creates the strength in its wings. Your struggle is your strength. Fly free. You have earned your wings. Do not crawl on the ground when you were born to touch the sky. Reconnect with your inner child. That innocent part of you is still there, waiting to be loved and protected by you. Be the parent you needed when you were hurting. Comfort yourself with the gentleness you would show to a frightened child. All rivers eventually find the ocean. Your journey of healing will eventually lead you to a place of vast peace. Be a lighthouse for others. Your story of survival can guide someone else through their own dark and stormy night. Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. It is cutting the anchor so your ship can finally sail. Set your sails. The wind of change is blowing. Catch it and let it take you to new, undiscovered lands. Healing is a spiral, not a straight line. You may revisit old pain, but you see it from a higher level. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Every step forward is a triumph over the gravity of your past trauma. Peace is your birthright. You deserve to rest. You deserve a mind that is a sanctuary, not a battlefield. The coldest winter always yields to spring. Your heart may be frozen now, but the thaw is inevitable and coming. Embrace the impermanence of life. Pain is temporary. Joy is temporary. Flow with the changing seasons of your human experience. Balance your energy. Too much force creates resistance. Softness overcomes hardness. Be soft with yourself to overcome hard times. You cannot grasp water, and you cannot grasp the past. Let it flow through your fingers and wash your hands clean. Visualize your healed self. What do they look like? How do they speak? Begin to embody that person right now. Hope is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Walk across it with faith and courage. Release the need for revenge or justice. Your peace is more important than being right or seeing others punished. Awaken to the miracle of the present. You are alive, you are breathing, and you have the power to change. Ground yourself in reality. The past is a ghost. The future is a dream. Only this moment is real. You are made of stardust. You have the same energy within you that creates galaxies. Use it to create your life. It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Be the light in your own life, starting today. Break the cycle. You do not have to repeat the patterns of your ancestors or your past. You can stop it. Speak life into your reflection. Tell yourself, I am enough, I am worthy, I am healing. Until you believe it. Turn the page. The chapter of pain is finished. The next chapter is blank and waiting for you to write. Master your mind, and you master your world. The battlefield is internal, and the victory is peace of mind. Melt the ice around your heart. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the only way to let love back in. Love yourself fiercely. You have been through a war and survived. Treat yourself with the respect a veteran deserves. Adopt the eagle's perspective. Rise above the situation to see the bigger picture. Your trauma is just one landscape. Do not fear the rain. Without rain, nothing grows. Embrace the storms of life as necessary nourishment for your soul. Feel the texture of life. The rough and the smooth both have their place. Experience it all without judgment. Raise your vibration. Fear and shame are low frequencies. Gratitude and acceptance are high frequencies that heal the body. Be like the moon. Even when you go through phases of darkness, you are still whole. Your light will return. Give to others. The fastest way to heal your own heart is to help heal the heart of another. Your healing lights the way for others. You become a beacon of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Release your voice. Silence protects the abuser and the pain. Speaking your truth destroys the power of the past. It is never too late to start over. You can turn the hourglass of your life at any moment you choose. We climb together. Do not isolate yourself. Reach out for a hand and be ready to offer yours in return. Weed the garden of your mind. Pull out the thoughts that do not serve you and plant seeds of positivity. Knowledge is power. Understanding why you feel this way is the first step to changing how you feel. Be persistent. Healing is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Keep showing up for yourself every single day. Let the power of nature cleanse you. There is a primal healing energy in water, wind, earth, and fire. Be like the leaf. When you hit an obstacle, pivot. Do not get stuck pushing against a wall that won't move. Make peace with your memories. They are just pictures in the album of your life, not the reality of now. Every ending is a new beginning. The sun must set for the stars to shine. Trust the cycles of life. Breathe. Your breath is the anchor. When the storm of emotion rages, return to the steady rhythm of your breath. Weave your life back together. It may look different than before, but it can be just as strong and functional. Claim your identity. You are not the damaged one. You are a warrior who has walked through fire and survived. Pressure creates diamonds. The crushing weight you felt was actually the universe compressing you into something unbreakable and precious. Take off the mask. You do not need to pretend to be okay. Authenticity is the most attractive trait you possess. Sometimes you must swim against the easy path to find your purpose. The struggle is part of the creation process. Practice gratitude. It is impossible to feel fear and gratitude at the same time. Choose gratitude to displace the fear. Let go of what is dead. Like a tree sheds leaves, shed old habits and beliefs to make room for new growth. Listen to the world around you. It is singing a song of life. Tune out the noise of your internal pain. One small change creates a ripple effect. One moment of acceptance can change the entire trajectory of your future life. Make friends with the person in the mirror. They are the only one who has been with you through everything. Expand your perspective. In the grand scheme of the universe, this pain is a small moment. You are vast. Every moment is a choice. You can choose to dwell in the dark or step into the light. Choose wisely. No mud, no lotus. Your suffering is the nutrient that feeds your enlightenment. Without the mud, you cannot bloom. Reach for the light. It is always there, even behind the clouds. Keep reaching until you feel its warmth again. Be light. Do not carry the weight of the world. Flow with the wind of life like a feather. Let the rhythm of nature soothe you. You are part of this natural world, not separate from it. You belong here. Open your eyes to the beauty that remains. Trauma blinds us to joy. Healing restores our sight to see colors again. Connect with innocent life. Animals live in the present. They can teach us how to just be without worrying. Find your tribe. You need people who can sit with you in the dark until you are ready for light. Define your freedom. It is not the absence of memories, but the absence of their power to hurt you anymore. The cage door is open. You have been free this whole time. You just needed to realize you could fly. Take a deep breath. You made it. You survived the climb. Now enjoy the view and the strength you built. Your cracks are your greatest assets. They are the proof that you can break and put yourself back together again. Walk forward with your head held high. You are a masterpiece of resilience, painted with the gold of your experience. Remember Kintsugi. Remember Wu Wei. Remember Aiko. Remember that you have the power to transform your mind and life. This is Infinite Mind Potential. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to unlock your mind, and we will see you soon.